Hi, welcome to another Mistweaver commentary. Today I will talk about heroic Archimonde and how you can pace the fight as a Mistweaver. This is not a guide to boss mechanics, but a simple run through of how I heal it. In this fight we went with a Mistweaver, Disc, 2 druids and a paladin. I used the leech and haste healer trinkets. But now let's get started. I start the fight by going into crane stance. In the beginning there won't be much to do, so you may as well hurt the boss a little. It's safe to punch away until the first allure comes in. As soon as the first death caller spawns, you can help the raid by killing the death caller. And if you can manage, you can even end it with a touch of death. Roll away as soon as the lure lands and make sure that the fire doesn't touch you. Shadowfell Burst will be coming soon, so the raid will stay spread out for now. As you can see though, the burst targeted a person a little too far away, so I couldn't help soak it. After the burst, run into melee. It's important to remember that burst can also target melees, so make sure you don't stay in melee until it's actually been dealt with. We will start moving Archimonde counterclockwise in a big circle after every allure. There are some other ways to do this, but this is the tactic we use. Be really careful and watch the timers for allure, since you won't want to be caught in the fire. The fire gives you a stacking debuff that can become very nasty if you get too many. But keep an extra eye out if any other players have too many stacks and heal them appropriately. Since Mistweavers can't be fixated by the Doomfire, we can just wait out until the next Shadow Burst occur. But watch out for the spawning spires, they can hurt a bit. If you have to go through the fire, just roll through it. One stack won't do much damage. Now we enter phase 2 and immediately get Focus and Wrought Chaos. We try to keep the fire line behind the boss as far as possible, but sometimes you have to improvise so that the raid doesn't get hit. Here we get Shackles, and you can deal with them in 2 ways. Here we have all 3 players break them at the same time, while we use raid cooldowns. But you can also have the raid leader call out 1 person at a time to break, so that the raid damage doesn't become too overbearing. We keep moving the boss in a big circle, and we will continue to do so until a lure stops occurring, that is in phase 3. There's a break from raid damage now, so I take the opportunity to channel some mana tea. I don't go into crane stance, because there will be another set of shackles in a moment. We break the shackles at the same time here. I use a quick revival, so we don't go dangerously low. But unfortunately we also stack the legendary healing ring and the trank, which might have been 1 cooldown too many. But they'll be up and ready again in phase 3, which is where we really need them. If you're using the run Archimonde in a big circle tactic, also remember to reposition the Jade statue. Now, if you look at the timer, we have another shackle incoming. Try to be prepared with a Renewing Mist blanket on the raid in preparation for that. If you see any of the demon dogs as well, don't stand in their purple poo, because they'll hurt you and interrupt any spell casting if you are within the circle as the cast finishes. There's some downtime between the shackles, and you could probably stance the crane if you're quick about it. If only to alleviate boredom as anything else. I'm just filling up my overhealing bar right here. We will be going into phase 3 in a moment. Then we'll have the first group enter the Twisting Nether dimension, while we other healers raid heal on the outside. I don't have any footage of me going inside, but if you do, remember that you can cheese the exploding star with Transcendence. Just let it hit you, then teleport to your spirit before you get knocked too far off the platform. As for us on the outside, we still have to deal with shackles, in addition to demonic feedback, which forces the raid to spread in order to lessen the damage. The raid should also position themselves away from the green black hole that has been created. Living shadows will spawn there and fixate on random targets, and unless they are killed before they reach them, they'll apply a debuff called Devour Life, which will reduce healing and absorption taken by something like 40%. Oh, and it stacks. Healing will be much harder from this point on. I prepare by channeling Mana Tea and spread some Renewing Mist before the next shackle. For this shackle we use the legendary healing ring, but the raid leader will also announce one player at a time to break the chains, so we don't have to spend more raid cooldowns. We enter phase 3.5, where it will rain cats and infernals for periods of time. Now it becomes tricky. The infernals must be tanked by DPS or like, at least 15 yards apart, or they start healing each other while doing shit ton of damage. Pray to Yulon that you won't get fixated, or that some hunter taunted for you, because face tanking one of these hurt us poor leather users something bad. Now it's time to spread for demonic feedback, making sure shackles aren't broken at the same time, and to spread raid cooldowns in an orderly manner. They'll be needed. It's safe to be a melee and stack heal between every demonic feedback. Just keep an eye out on the timers. Now your mission is to have a constant output of raid healing, but really make sure to pace your mana, so that you won't have to channel Mana Tea at crucial times. Also, swear a little on the DPS to taunt the infernals and kill those bloody living shadows. As for the meteor strikes, they don't do terribly much damage, but at this point every little health point counts, so try to dodge whenever you can. Kite, kite, kite if you get fixated by the screaming infernal. Popping a cooldown at this point is not such a bad idea either. Make sure to pace shackles at this point, raid leaders should call it, and you should run into melee and custom rushing Jade Winds between the demonic feedbacks as well. Whenever feedback is incoming, stand at safe distance away from the black holes. Those living shadows could still be a potential problem. Hunters are good at dealing with them, so make sure to put extend life on the hunters so they don't die at an unfortunate time. Here I get shackled, and I could have popped it because the raid health was stable, but right then I was waiting for the raid leader's call. If you have to wait a long time though, you can always mitigate the damage with Fortifying Brew or Diffuse Magic if you like. The last bit of the fight is all about not panicking and doing the mechanics right. You will kill the boss if you survive. Ta-da-da-da-da-da! Congrats, Archimonde bites the dust. So, I wanna thank you for watching, and I hoped it helped. A bit at least. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now!